One habit that can make you a millionaire in the next 10 years. Nobody is going to get hurt by you becoming super rich. In fact, the only way someone is going to get hurt is if you do not have enough money to get them out of trouble in time. You need to stop your fear of success. A popular US congresswoman said that $1 billion is not made, instead, it is taken. That is a very dangerous way to view money. If you see money that way, it will be impossible for you to have a lot of it. You will keep holding yourself back. 1% of the world population control 99% of all the money. It is not because the 1% are greedy or smarter than everybody else. Instead, it is because they are the ones bold enough who believe they deserve the wealth. You would be surprised at the number of people in the world who don't believe in being rich. They believe that the excess money you have is the cause of another person's lack of money. This is not true. By the way, if you earn above $45,000 per year, you are in the 1% of the world that has 99% of the money. The super rich people are those in the 0.001%. If you have any negative beliefs about super rich people, it will be impossible for you to get there. If you get there by accident, you will sabotage yourself and bring your finances back down, whether consciously or unconsciously. Until you believe that the world will be a better place if you are rich, your efforts towards getting rich will keep getting botched. You have to believe it. Not just to know it, but also to be fueled by it. Think about it this way: if you don't have the money, someone else will be in control of it. And you cannot choose what they do with it. If you have a cause you are passionate about, you should be rich so that you can fund it to a considerable length. Never trust the government to do the good you hope to see in the world. There are so many things that can go wrong. You cannot change the world as a broke person. You cannot change the world when you barely have enough for yourself and your family. You make sure that the good you want to see in the world becomes a reality by becoming rich enough to fund it. Being super rich is looking away from yourself and your needs. Most people don't think about getting rich because they only think of themselves and their needs. Learn to think about others. The world will be a better place if you join the 0.001%. The habit that can make you a millionaire this decade will not make sense to you until you have made this mental transition. People often overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but completely underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. For most people, they cannot even fathom where they are now 10 years ago. In 10 years, your thinking change and your paradigm shifts. You can start a year thinking one way and end the year thinking slightly differently. But over 10 years, your thinking cannot stay the same. You would have gotten significantly different whether positively or negatively. You can't really make a 10-year plan. It is very likely to fall apart somewhere in between. The reason is that life happens, thinking change, and priorities change. A 1-year plan is very easy to make. But most of the time, people don't get pulled towards their goals. Instead, they allow themselves to be pushed around by circumstances. A 1-year projection is not reasonable. This is because you don't need your imagination or belief for it. But a 10-year projection is powerful because you need your imagination. And that length of time is ideal for dreams to bud. It may be hard for you to think you can be a millionaire this year. But it shouldn't be hard for you to believe you can be one this decade. A millionaire is not merely someone who has $1 million. I don't think of it that way. This is my broad definition of a millionaire. A millionaire is someone who makes at least $1 million net per year. A multimillionaire is someone who does at least 10x of that. And it is not something far-fetched. In fact, you are smarter than some people who are already there. You just have to desire to get there, and you will, eventually. My assumption is that you get interested and hooked to content that shows promise to better your financial life. Whatever will change your life is going to come to you from fresh information. It could be something someone sent to your mailbox, it could be an ad you saw, it could be an interesting video, and so on. But you allow new information like that to enter your mind and your world. If you are not like that, this may not work for you. Success is not magical. You cannot continue doing the exact thing you've done so far in your life and hope to end up with a magical result suddenly. There has to be a difference in some way. How can there be a difference if you do not allow new information to get into your mind? If you block the flow of new and productive information into your mind, I don't know what can help you. This will work for you if you are a receiver or absorber of new information that shows promise to transform your financial life. The secret is very simple. And it is not new. But it is something that bridges the gap between wannabes and those who become. I call it fast implementation. What is the habit of fast implementation? It is the habit of putting fresh knowledge to work instantly without any analysis. Here is the guiding question: what can I do with this piece of information now? It is not what I can do tomorrow. Not what I can do next week. Not what I can do 10 minutes from now. It is, what can I do now with this? What can you do with the information this very second? And you do it instantly. Instant action is key. The imperfect action you take instantly is better than the perfect, well-planned action for tomorrow. And it is a habit you form. The moment you get an idea, do something about it immediately. Talk to someone about it. Make an inquiry about it. Send an email, chat them up, walk into the store, do something about it now. The more you do this, the more it becomes natural for you to do it. And it gradually grows into a habit. That habit can lead you into wealth. Here is a teaser: what piece of information showed good financial promise to you recently? What are you going to do about it now? Do something now, not after you finish watching this video. Mark Zuckerberg became known with the quote, "Move fast, break things." And it was a good quote until Facebook actually broke something that got a lot of people pissed off. You don't have to break things, but you need to move fast. By move fast, I mean implement fast. A flawed prototype is better than an idea on paper. You would have to move on from things that didn't work out well. And you must not allow the things that didn't work out to make you procrastinate on the next one. Not every information will get you what you want. But don't assume that a particular one won't work. Follow up before you toss it away. Timing is a very important part of wealth building. You can almost never get it wrong with fast implementation. Also, you are more prone to finish what you started than something that is still an idea. Once you start, the rest is not as difficult. Implement first, then think. Are you going to commit yourself to this habit this decade? Doing is more important than getting it perfect. You implement first, then think later about how to optimize. A habit like this will lead you into bliss over the next 10 years. The moment you see it or get the idea, you do something about it. Maybe you got a good idea from what you have read so far. What have you done about it? How can you implement it now? If you commit yourself to this, you will be stunned at how much you will achieve over the next 10 years.